Hello and welcome. I am Renee Reeds from Angela and Then Some, and today we'll be discussing the book The Passion Test by Chris and Janet Attwood. As always, we will not be doing a deep dive, but an overview to help you decide if this book is right for you. So let's get to it. As already stated, this is an overview in which I'll be discussing some of the highs and some of the lows within this book to help you decide if this book is worth the read for you. Before we begin, as always, these highlights and lowlights are within my humble opinion, but if you agree or disagree with any of my discourse, please comment, as I am sure I, as well as others, would love to know your thoughts. Maybe a good choice for a beginner. We all have to start somewhere, and if you yourself are just dipping your toes into the waters of self-improvement, growth, and gaining more self-awareness of who you are and what you really want out of life, this book may be a worthwhile starting point. Janet Attwood really does get the ball rolling, so to speak. In this book, with not only giving her own personal anecdotes that, depending on your lifestyle background, may or may not resonate with you as much, but overall can be helpful to someone new in active self-improvement.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow! Come, your destiny awaits!
And self-growth when you're not really sure where to start or even what questions to start asking yourself. A literal test. A lot of times with self-help, growth, improvement, or what have you, there is no real linear progression. You find that you have grown or stumble on things as life develops. And so the passion test has a literal test to help you figure things out. The passion test itself is very straightforward as you make your own list. You truly write down what you are passionate about and go from there. Attwood gives very clear instructions as well as numerous examples of others who have taken the test, in case you need some clarification, as well as further steps to help clarify your passions into a lifestyle, goals, and reminders. Encourages a positive / problem-solving mindset. Throughout the book, there's a lot of emphasis on you, yourself, the power to change your life. It really does emphasize how you can help yourself, one step at a time, moving yourself closer to your goalpost or your ideal life. This may be extremely helpful for those of us who do not know exactly where we are going in life or how to get there, but also those of us who may get overwhelmed at the seeming complexity of our current problems or situations. Now, just like anything with life, there are some downsides to this book. So, although Janet Attwood's personal anecdotes do add to the overall effectiveness of this book, it is noticeable that her own personal story does come from a place of privilege and may not be that comparable to a lot of our own lived experiences. Let me explain. Early on within the book, Janet gives some of her backstory and how she came about creating the passion test. And so she briefly explains how she grew up in Pasadena, California, had the opportunity to attend the Pasadena Playhouse, but declined that, and then subsequently worked in San Jose, California, in the heart of Silicon Valley, hunting for disk drive engineers, in which she wholeheartedly states, "I was hired by an elite, profitable 12-person company for a very simple reason. Almost everyone who worked there was a friend of mine." It may feel a bit like a seminar. Throughout the book, The Passion Test, Janet and Chris Attwood mention their website numerous times, as well as other or previous publications of theirs. And the book even has a resource section primarily focusing and emphasizing on sections of their website. Now, I'm not saying that is bad, but it was definitely noticeable while reading this book. So I have included it as a lowlight. And speaking of mentioning things, there is a lot of name dropping within this book. Understandably, Janet herself mentions that she is very friendly and personable, in which she is very comfortable around new experiences and new people. Not only has she attended numerous seminars, she has also spoken at many. She also asked for numerous opinions while creating and refining the passion test, in which those opinions are littered throughout the book, as well as with the obligatory name and brief resume of the aforementioned person. Well, there you have it. Those are some of the standout highlights and lowlights of The Passion Test by Janet and Chris Attwood. I personally enjoyed the book well enough, and it did help me refine some of my goals and passions. Well, this has been Renee Reeds from Angela and Then Some, and I hope this spoiler or spoiler-ish free review has been helpful for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined, as it would be quite helpful. But either way, I'll see you next time.